Ground ball over to third baseman Brophy. He fires home. Knee with the tag in time. The fielder's choice, Sean Brophy, cuts down D'Orso at the plate, and it remains 1-0 Wave. A great play by the junior third baseman.
Calls, and he was not there.
Alini, line drive, and it's caught. The third baseman, Troy Goodwin, ends it, and Greenwich comes to Darien, stuns the Wave en route to a 4-3 Cards victory.
Shortstop fall over.
Ground ball off the end of the bat. Zawalki to Yusko. The turn. In time. The 4-6-3 gets Darien out of the fourth untouched. It's still 1-0 Wave, and this team is firing on all cylinders. Delivers the pitch. Sabilio lines this one on the left side.
And that drops.
And it's down. Gerlamo comes in. Coming home is Zawacki. The play. There is no play. It's past Bush. Going to second. Sliding in with a double is Luke Sabilio with a 2 RBI double. And Darien cuts it down to a 3-run ball game. Luke Sabilio with the big double. And a ground ball. Zawalki. He comes on to first. Alini, he can't scoop it. Coming home and scoring is Cody Baker. And the tables have turned. An error against the Blue Wave gives way to Cody Baker scoring from second.
Dahl gets a hit.
And Dahl grounds this one. That's up the middle. Alini, he'll get the rounds. Alini chugging for home to throw. Not in time. Dylan Alini scores on the Simeon Dahl RBI single, and it's 1-0 Wave.
Very rough for this Darien side.
Kristen looking to win it for the Vikings. Strike 3. Nico Kristen with the save, and the Vikings will leave Darien with the 11-8 victory. Put it in the books. Back on the DAF Media Network, and there's the defensive alignment for the Darien Blue Wave. Kevin Bach, Jamie Buckjune are battery. Dylan Alini man's first. The Zawacki brothers up the middle. Smosky at third. Dolan in left field for his first start. Sabilio in center. Then Ryan Gerlamo rounding things out in right field for the Darien Blue Wave. And that's the starting defensive alignment for Mike Scott's guys. And now back to Greenwich. Cody Baker steps in. Baker the catcher. And how important is it for Greenwich now to try to get some retaliation after Darien puts up 3 on the scoreboard?
So they're going to be out there. They're going to be hunting that first pitch fastball. They're going to be seeing what they can do, try to get some guys on base, put the ball in play, test this Darien defense out a little bit. That's looked pretty defensively sound for the time being.
Greenwich is going to send a pitcher down to the bullpen. So there's a chance Sem's night could be coming to an end as Baker takes strike number 2. Bach working very efficiently. The first pitch strikes have been working for Kevin Bach thus far.
Those 3 runs up on the board, he's going to be attacking right now. He's not changing his game plan at all.
Strike 3 swinging. Cody Baker behind that one away as Kevin Bach now strikes out his second in the ball game.
Right on cue right there. Just attack the zone. There's no reason to pitch around them. Even with that 3-0 lead, just increases that.
Troy Goodwin will step in for Greenwich. Goodwin, one of the ace pitchers for this Cardinals team. He pitched against New Canaan on Wednesday, went 6 innings, struck out 9, but he's ineligible to pitch in this contest. Now will take his talents to the batter's box as he works it to 1-1. And again, you can see Bach is working very quickly out there. Gets the ball, gets his sign quick, and then delivers. Fouls it back, just getting a piece of it is Goodwin. Troy, the 8-hole hitter for this Cardinals team. The junior batting .077 on the season. Only 2 hits to his name.
It's the beauty of high school baseball. You can go strike out 9 in 6 innings and then get in the box the next day.
The 1-2 deal. Ball in the dirt. Kevin Bach with the throwaway pitch. Bach had one to burn. Thinking about it was Goodwin, and he will go down swinging. The umpire says yes, he did. And there's 2 away as Kevin Bach sits down Troy Goodwin.
It's an impressive little slider right there. Right off the outer edge, gets the batter swinging. Totally thrown out there, was expecting the fastball.
Now, how about this stat? Kevin Bach has faced 8 hitters in this ball game so far. He has pitched 7 first pitch strikes to those 8 hitters. That's only the second batter that has seen a 1-0 count to Kevin Bach.
That's his game, man. Just getting those strikes. It's his game. It's impressive, too, because you're not falling behind. You're attacking the zone, like I keep saying, but that's just what you got to do. You get that first pitch strike right there, you can base the whole at-bat off of that.
Generelli now in the batter's box, flies this one out of play, off a tree, heads up. Generelli was a star player for Anthony Morello's Greenwich Cardinals football team in the fall. They went on to win the state championship over at Rentschler Field in Hartford, Connecticut at UConn. Actually, it would be Stores technically, but a fly ball, and that's a single for Generelli. The line drive over to Gerolamo, and Greenwich has some life as the lineup turns over to Lanzarone and the top of the order.
It's tough, too. You got the last guy in the lineup. You got to get that big out right there. You don't want to set up the top of the lineup there. They do have a little bit of wiggle room with that 3-run lead right now, but we'll see how ball comes back and attacks the hitter right here.
Greenwich's second hit of the ball game. Lanzarone grounded out to the shortstop in his first at-bat in the first inning.
And Bach's going to have a bit of an adjustment to make. He's had a runner on base, didn't have any on base the last inning, working from the stretch. Sometimes it takes a pitch or two to get right back into the zone, working from the stretch.
That one is on a rope on the left sides, and it will drop. A single for the leadoff hitter, Lanzarone, and Greenwich has some two-out magic in him for John McHugh. Two back-to-back singles now puts runners on first and second for the second-hole hitter for Greenwich, the lefty, John McHugh. He had the single back in the first inning for the Cardinals.
Got Smosky at third base right there, giving Bach a little love tap there, letting him know we still got you. You got that 2 outs. Just keep staying in your gameplay, man. Keep staying in it.
McHugh, 12 hits on the season, batting .364. Fouls the first one off, out of play.
You see these Greenwich bats getting a little bit more aggressive. They're not taking that first pitch strike anymore. They're swinging for it. They're trying to get something going, a rally going with 2 outs here in the top of the third.
0-1. Bach has the upper hands. Checks on the runner. Generelli fires home for strike 2, and Kevin Bach once again has himself an 0-2 count. Looking to sit down McHugh and get back in the dugouts. 0-2, Bach checks in with Buckjune for the sign. And comes set at the belts. The 0-2 delivery. This one is flied. It is high. It is far. And Ryan Gerolamo makes the catch. On the warning track, Gerolamo sits down McHugh, and Darien gets out of it untouched. It's 3-0 Wave after 2.5. You're watching the DAF Media Network. We welcome you back to the Blue Wave Baseball Radio Network. Bottom of the 4th coming up between Darien and West Hill, scoreless in the 2023 Connecticut High School Baseball State Tournament. One of these teams will be advancing to the state quarterfinals to take on either West Haven or Enfield. And there's still a lot of time left in this ball game. Jorge Hitland sets into the left-handed batter's box. The first pitch from Tyler shows bunt and bunts it off foul down the third base line. Hitland batting .286 on the season, a solid hitter for this West Hill team. Moved down in the order to provide a spark plug for the West Hill order. Some shade coming over and covering the right side of the field thanks to the trees surrounding the ballpark here in Stamford, Connecticut and Scalzi Park. Tyler comes set at the belts, and the 0-1 deal foul back off the bat of Hitland. Owen Tyler, the sophomore, getting the start for Darien in this contest, back out for his 4th inning of work. One of 10 sophomores on this Darien team, something that head coach Mike Scott has really utilized this year and has helped him get to this point in the state tournament. 0-2 is the count. Tyler, the delivery. Check swing, strike 3, says our home plate umpire. Jack Nee regroups and fires on the first, caught by Alini, and that's the first out of the bottom of the 4th. Mike Rivielis will now come out of the dugout and have a word with our home plate umpire, Jack Johnson. He was trying to say that his batter, Hitland, didn't fully commit on it, but the check swing, Hitland just flicked the wrist on it, and the umpire said he went around on it, and that is the first out for Darien, as now it gives way to the catcher, Lance Allschwanger, the senior captain on this West Hill team, a 4-year varsity player, and Allschwanger is a Manhattanville College commit, so he's going to be taking his talents to the college level next year, looking to provide a spark for West Hill here in the bottom of the 4th, scoreless in the state second round. Tyler, the first pitch of the at-bats, and that's a ball upstairs. Owen Tyler up to 46 pitches thus far. He likes to work efficiently, and he normally likes to get the first pitch strike. Rare to see Tyler fall behind in counts, especially after just one pitch. 1-0 the count. Tyler comes set at the belts and fires home.
And swinging and missing on it is Allschwanger Busch. Gave it a big swing on it and just came up empty, as now the count moves to 1-1. Darien in their road blue jerseys with the white numbering, reading Darien across the chest, the white hats. West Hill in the home whites. The pitch from Tyler, and that one is inside on Allschwanger Busch, skipping to the backstop. West Hill is in their home white jerseys with the purple hats, the purple and yellow numbering, and reading Vikings across the chest. Two teams that enter both with the hopes of winning a state championship, and only one of those dreams will stay intact after today, as the winner will advance to Thursday's state quarterfinal to meet the winner of West Haven and Enfields. Tyler comes set on the mound and fires home, and ball 3 just outside. Good frame by Jack Nee, was looking to get the call at the knees of the 6'2" Allschwanger, but it doesn't get the call. 3-1 the count now. Perfect day for some baseball, 72 degrees. Not a cloud in the sky. It doesn't get much better than this right here. The pitch from Tyler. That one lined into left field, and it's going to get down. Coming over his Elders, he'll field it on a hop and gets it into the infield. But Lance Allschwanger Busch delivers the 4th hit for West Hill in this ball game, and the Vikings have some life in them here in the bottom of the 4th. A good swing by Lance Allschwanger. The catcher stayed level on it, waited back on the fastball from Owen Tyler, lines it into left fields, and just like that, the Vikings will have a runner on first for their 9-hole hitter, Daniel Gattuso. A big at-bat there from Allschwanger, and Gattuso, he singled all the way back in the 2nd inning, down the left field line, looking to do the same. Allschwanger leads off first. Tyler comes set. Taylor comes rushing in, playing the bunt defense, grounded and chopped over the shortstop. Walton fields it onto Alini at first, the scoop, and Alini can't get there. That's going to go all the way down the line. Allschwanger Busch advances to 3rd, and just like that, Gattuso pulls into 2nd. Matthew Walton short hops Alini, and just like that, the E6 will put runners on 2nd and 3rd for the West Hill Vikings. A costly error for the Darien Junior at short, and now West Hill is in business here in the bottom of the 4th. And you never like to see an error, especially in a game of this magnitude. And just like that, the Vikings put 2 runners in scoring position for the top of their order, headlined by Jonathan Sanchez, the 5'4" infielder. Sanchez coming into the right-handed batter's box, 0 for 2 in the ball game, looking to change his fortunes. Tyler gets the sign from his catcher knee. The infield moving in for Darien. They're going to look to make a play at Allschwanger at the plate. The fire from Tyler right down the middle, called strike 1 on Jonathan Sanchez. 2nd and 3rd, West Hill has the runners. 0-0 our score in the bottom of the 4th. The top of the West Hill lineup up. Sanchez, Hackett sits on deck. 2 of the best hitters in the conference looking to put the first run up. Tyler steps off, he'll regroup. The sophomore for Darien pitching in his biggest game of the year. Comes set at the belt, delivers home, fouled back by Jonathan Sanchez. And Sanchez is looking to drive in those runners. This is what you dream of right here. A chance to break this game open, put your team ahead in the early goings, and when you've got the likes of Eric Osterhaus pitching for the West Hill Vikings, he's pitched a beautiful game through 4 so far and just needs to continue that in the later half. 0-2 the count on Jonathan Sanchez. The pitch from Tyler. Sanchez takes it upstairs and the count moves to 1-2. For Darien, again, your first thought is you're firing home on this. You got to keep this game scored, but if you can't get the speedy Allschwanger out of the plate, you got to get the out at first on it and hope the bats can come to play in the next 3 frames. 1-2 the count. Tyler delivers home, and it's ball 2 once again, getting Nee to stand up to field it high. 2-2 the count moves to, and Tyler's starting to get a little nervous out there. He was in control at 0-2, now falling behind at 2-2 on Jonathan Sanchez. Sanchez, the leg guard on the left leg, sets in. He got all the weight rested on the back leg of Sanchez. 2-2. Tyler comes home. Sanchez takes it high once again, and the count moves full at 3-2. Tyler, who was ahead in this count 0-2, has let Sanchez get back into it, and now a payoff pitch will ensue between Owen Tyler and Jonathan Sanchez. 3-2. Sanchez gets the sign from Nee, comes set once again at the belt. The delivery home, and it's ball 4 upstairs. Tyler loses Sanchez, and the bases are loaded for Kieran Hackett. And now this is where the game is going to be made right here. Kieran Hackett, 2 for 2 in the ball game thus far. 2 singles to center field as Mike Rivielos will take his conference with the batter. Hackett, the eye black under both eyes, will trot up to the box and take his place in the left-handed batter's box. One of 5 lefties in this West Hill lineup today, trying to play the matchup on the righty Owen Tyler. Hackett, a 3-year starter for this West Hill team, really made a name for himself when Jake Bender went down with an injury last year, and he stepped up to take over the starting shortstop job for West Hill. Owen Tyler comes set, the delivery, and called strike one right on the outside corner. The fastball just pounding it in the zone from Tyler, going ahead 0-1. Hackett looking to break this game wide open. Olschwenger-Busch leads off third, Gattuso on second, Sanchez on first. The infield playing in for Darien. Runners taking a sizable lead. The pitch from Tyler. That one is lined into right field. It's going to get down. Dolan comes over to field and Olschwenger's in. Here comes Gattuso getting around. The throw in, cut by Alini, and relight home. Not in time, and Gattuso slides in and scores for West Hill. And just like that, Kieran Hackett has put the West Hill Vikings on the board. 2-0 in the bottom of the fourth. A big hit from the West Hill senior. And just like that, this game is no longer tied.